then feels comfortable enough to make real change. Rogers believed that if he could provide a certain type of relationship, that the client will then discover that the capacity to use that relationship for growth and change and personal development will occur. And we find that at the ending of the therapy session, the counseling session with Mariah, that the counselor brings up the patterns of going along with things and that how she may change it, that she goes along with these things just so the client can have a relationship and not be lonely. He encourages her to complete 2 out of 7 interventions within the next week, to engage in something and to invite someone to go along with. I found that this is person-centered because he's directly acknowledging her behaviors and everything that she was going through. I believe that the second counselor would be good for me because he's upfront. He doesn't shy away from confronting sensitive topics when deemed appropriate. A question that I would have would be, how would a counselor who's using the person-centered approach adapt to their client if they are weary of discussing personal info? For example, if they are a client who's there on a court order, who's there by their parents because they're minor, because they're dealing with certain issues, how would they work around that if they only use the person-centered theory and the client doesn't want to speak about themselves? And lastly, I found some information on person-centered counseling and if it's effective when assisting young people who have experienced bullying in schools. It was found that that counselors who are in schools and that they aid children and teenagers, adolescents who are dealing with bullying and the effects of bullying, that person-centered therapy and the approach of this therapy can assist participants. While most found the approach to be very useful, a few participants believed that the limitations of the person-centered approach led to less exploration. Many wished for techniques to help them cope with their bullying experience, something that CBT might be more adequate for. Basically, the person-centered theory, yes, it can be a great approach to aiding clients and children who are being bullied in schools, but they found that CBT is more effective just because CBT, it's looking at the cognition, it's looking at the behavior, while person-centered theory is looking at the person, not necessarily other aspects. And yep, that's all. Thank you.